my name's Matt Corish. I'm from V12LS.com. This is an Aussie company. I started with my brother, who's the lead engineer on this project, and we launched our 12-cylinder, the Aussie 12, at SEMA this year. And we've already got runner-up, best engineered, multiple other awards, runner-up in the SEMA Young Executive Program, and also 3 international media awards. So I have to honestly thank the Australian Street Machine community for this. You guys, everyone from Street Machine and all the people who go to the events in Australia and got behind us, the Aussies believed we could do it. So go Australia. Yeah, so the engine in this Camaro we have here, this is actually our best prototype. So you've seen this on the dyno, full boost, and Scotty from Street Machine came down to talk to us about that. And that was our final prototype, made 717 horsepower with a really mild cam. I always say my mum could drive to the shops with this camshaft. It's really easy. We're going to go bigger. We're going to go bigger horsepower. But this prototype was just too good not to do something with. So we couldn't pull this one back down. It ran so nicely. So we said, send it over here to a shop called Quality Custom Rides. These guys said, we asked them, could you build a car that's as crazy for this engine? And Mike from Quality Custom Rides said, yes, I can. Let me show you this Camaro. And he took me back to this Camaro that was still really early build stages, but it was the lowest Camaro I'd ever seen. And you can see it really is. I don't know if there's a lower one on the planet. It's got the sectioned, it's dropped over the chassis rails. It's got a roof chop. It's got suicide doors and a V12LS engine. So the crowd reaction to this car's been out of sight. We haven't seen people stop, like looking at it. I mean, people walk along, and it's such an honor at SEMA. There are 6-figure builds left and right everywhere we go. We're actually trying to get this little bit better tune on this in the parking lot, right out the front of SEMA. That's where we're bringing it in. SEMA cars are always the paint's drying. The joke is, and it really was, I could send you photos of the paint booth where this car was in only a few days ago. So we were doing a tune sitting between 2 other probably $300,000 builds, and we were feeling kind of bad about that. But we met Chip Foose just the other day, and he knew about our car, and we had a good talk with him. We also met the lead engineer on the original LS1 project from GM, and we had dinner with him, and we spent all night chatting away, and he thought what we were doing was brilliant, and he thought my brother was a crazy but great engineer. And so it's great validation to not only get awards from SEMA, but meet the actual engineers that came up with the original engine and then have come full circle to what we're doing. So we set out to raise the bar for elite hot rods. And a lot of people have asked us, why did we do this? The reason we built this was because you see these builds. I saw a vehicle in there, and I know they spent $50,000 on the dash. And then there's a LS3 under the engine compartment. They got $5,000 engines. So that dash is worth more than one of our engines. So we're trying to raise the bar, and if we have our way in the next few years, you won't be able to win a Riddler if you don't have a complete custom engine. We want to get the engines to the same level as the unbelievable customs that are being built today. And we think we've done that with the amount of attention that we've got at SEMA. We'd love to get this car to Summernats, or at least something to do a big skid with one of these engines. We do have the 1,000 horsepower version in the works, 1,000 horsepower NA. So that would be a great skid car. And then we've got some secret projects with turbochargers hanging off them coming as well. So that may be a drag week car. Us Aussies are coming and taking over drag week a little bit. So let's see what we can take over drag week next year as well. So obviously I do have to thank Street Machine for being there for us right from the start, believing in us. And there's been 2 other massive companies that have helped us. Haltech Engine Management actually figured out how to get this thing running. It's an odd-fire waste spark V12. It's really not your most common engine configuration. Haltech have been super supportive. And also ATI out of Baltimore. They believed in us from the start. They got us a balancer specially made to help us balance this engine, and they built us a transmission that can still automatically shift but keep up with the ridiculous amount of torque we've got here. So I have to thank Street Machine, Haltech, and ATI. And if you want to find out more, head on over to V12LS.com.